Hello, 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 hello. Tasha D back in the house. I'm Tasha Danvers, two-time Olympian and Olympic bronze medalist, and I'm here to activate the cards. You know this, okay? Today's card is You'll See It When You Believe It. Ooh, that is a hard pill for some people to swallow. And it was a hard pill for me to swallow when I first heard it. Okay, so let me break it down, right? Because a lot of people is like, well, if I can't see it, how can I believe it? Exactly right. Right? But what do we do in order to believe it? And let me tell you, listen, I get it. When I first kept hearing, like, I would listen to, I've been listening to personal development gurus for years. And I would always hear them say, you just gotta believe. Okay. I'm trying, but I'm still not believing. Right? And it used to frustrate me to no end. I'm like, how do I just believe? You know, what if I'm number 100 in the world and I want to be ranked one? How can I just go from, you know, being 100, like maybe I could believe 98, but number one, and all I got to do is believe? I was so upset and frustrated. But what I discovered through my journey in personal development is that we can actually build belief, right? We can actually build belief. So we can actually get to a point where we believe it before we see it, right? And that's actually the only way that we can manifest things is by believing it before we see it. If I want to create something called a chair, the chair is not just going to appear because I want it to. The chair is going to appear because I see it first, and now in my mind, and then I can create it, and then it's actually going to be physical, and that's where that is. So we have to believe it first. We have to believe that. Now here's a tip on how you can create belief before you manifest it into reality. Use your mind. You're like, use my mind? Why didn't you tell me that years ago? All of these concepts, all of these things that we do to create success, they're not new ideas. They're just ideas that we haven't been using, right? And even when we've heard them before, we don't implement them. So I'm encouraging you to implement this technique, right? When you want to build belief in an area, you want to take the time to visualize it, to really sit down and see yourself in that position. Imagine as many details as you can. Imagine what it smells like, what it feels like, how people are speaking to you. How are you walking? Are your shoulders back? Are you walking with more confidence? Do you speak with more confidence? Are you shaking a hand on the deal? Right? You want to imagine all that. So before this day is through, I want you to take at least 60 seconds. It'd be nice if you did a little more, but I don't want to push it, right? At least 60 seconds. And I want you to go to a place and just quiet yourself. Take 3 nice deep breaths. And then I want you to imagine something that you really, really, really aspire to accomplish. And while you are in that moment, I want you to feel as many of the feelings associated with that as possible. Now, people talk a lot about manifestation and law of attraction, and it's not just what you think, it's how you feel. There is an energy and a magnetizing force when it comes to how you feel. And this is why we use our feelings as our alarm bells to let us know if we're on or off track in terms of what we want to accomplish. So you get into the feeling. So imagine you want to become a really, really good public speaker. And so you want to imagine that you've accomplished that already. So maybe you're on stage and you're just finishing up a speech to 5,000 people, and you are there and you're waving because they're giving you a standing ovation because your presentation was so good. You feel like, and you know that the information that you laid to them has really been great for them, and it's really been something that can impact their lives, and you can just feel the energy in the room. And as you leave the stage, people are shaking your hand and thanking you. That's the type of energy that you want to create when you visualize. Now, the brain doesn't know the difference between what is reality and what is imagined. So use it. Use it. A lot of us just take in what's going on in our regular days, and we're not using our brains for the things we actually want to get. We're using it for, oh man, the bills. oh man, not the kids again. Oh, my mother-in-law called. You know what I mean? We're wasting all our good brain energy on these things when we can actually create the life of our dreams. We can actually design our lives ourselves through taking just those little powerful moments to create our future. So do this on a daily basis, maybe right before you brush your teeth, or maybe before you get out of bed. Just take at least 60 seconds to go through your ultimate dream in your mind and feel it on a level 10. Okay? All right. That is all for today. That is your tip. Remember, you'll see it when you believe it, and you'll believe it when you see it in your mind. Okay? Repetition is the mother of skill. Repetition is how we create faith. Repetition is how we create belief. So start using your mind to master your life. I'll see you next time.